It's like, I'm about to drive these kids crazy. I started making a couple of videos that I titled Category Strugglebus, and they're just focused on different things that we're dealing with, struggling in life, just in general, meaning me. And recently I've been struggling with some things at work. It's just this one group of kids that are at the end of the day, and I've been struggling, like classroom management, just behaviors. And then I went to a class, and it made me realize that there's such thing as just pushing things into the excuse corner, like having excuses, like those kids are just bad, or it's the end of the day, and it just, just basically making excuses. And that's one thing that I learned as a teacher coach, that making excuses is not really, it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? As an educator, supporting excuses on why things don't work is not really what I need to be doing. This is a reflection, self-reflection. So for me to get off the struggle bus, I had to just sit there and think about, what am I not doing to get that class in order? So I started pulling out all the stops. And I don't know exactly how today is going to go, but it's going to go better than yesterday because I put some things in place. If you're an educator and you're just starting off and everything's just going wild and you just don't understand how to get your class back in order. Now, true, we've only in week 7 of the semester, but if you're derailing and your classroom management is off by now, you should be in trouble. But you can always backtrack and see, what do I need to adjust to get my class back in line? So I was like, I'm about to drive these kids crazy. And what I mean by that is doing the things that they really don't like, but there are something that they need. Call home. If you see behaviors that are inappropriate, maybe from cursing to walking around the class, maybe to not completing work because you're too busy socializing, things like that, call the house. As much as we always say, well, the parents don't really care, majority of parents do. That's the irony. When I pick up the phone, majority of the parents will respond. They're on their kids. They hear us when we're saying there's issues in the school. So I'm going to applaud the parents. Call the parents. And then put other things in place in terms of communicating with administrators. Document. Make sure you document. And my newest tool is, since I am a teacher mentor and I can go into the classrooms and observe, so what I'm doing now is I'm recording how I'm teaching the lesson. What am I doing? Of course, the kids don't want to be recorded. I am not sharing any of my materials on social media. This is for reflection. And we're consistently being observed. We record ourselves for classes. We record ourselves for observational purposes. If it's like a remote situation, if you're working on a master's program or something like that. So why not record the class so you can reflect on the things that you as an educator may need to adjust. Complaining about the children's behavior is not going to change the student's behavior. You have to be proactive, you have to be engaged, and you have to put some work in, and then eventually that will pay off. So I'm back on the working stages with this one particular block. They know who I'm talking about, and we're going to get it together one day at a time. And just a side note, they always say, you don't have my permission to record me. Yes, I do. It says nowhere that for professional development purposes or self-reflection, we're supposed to consistently self-reflect as educators to see what we need to adjust to make sure that we're delivering the lesson in a effective and efficient way. So if I need to record, now I will not share it, like I said. Now I'll tell you who I will share it with. If we have a parent-teacher conference, I tell them, all this technology, I'm gonna blur everybody out. And I'm going to zoom that camera just on you so your parents can see exactly what kind of fool you can act in class. So when I tell them that, it kind of makes them reflect on their behavior, and all of a sudden they turn into little angels. So we're going to see how today goes, and I'll be back and I'll let you know. I'm getting off that struggle bus.